Gather, gather.
It started like this. The old sea captain could not believe what he heard. What did you say again, lady? My lady? The lady stopped pacing the farmer and looked at the captain with annoyance. I said, I want to hire you and your ship to find me the most precious thing in the world. But what is the most precious thing in the world, my lady? And where do I find it? The lady looked at the captain coldly. If I knew what it is, I would have already obtained it. That is why I want to hire you to discover for me what is the most precious thing and bring it to me. And I will ensure that you have ample gold to buy it when you find it. There were many merchants, rich and proud, in the port city of Stavron. But this woman, whom they called as the Lady of Stavron, was the richest and proudest of them all. But my lady, I still do not understand. Captain looked all around. Have you seen a more magnificent mansion? Never, my lady. I spared no expense to have this built. And I brought costly things from all over the ports where my ships have visited and brought them here. But my rival merchants, whatever I do, they simply copy me. So now I want you to bring the most precious thing in the world to show to them once and for all that I am their better. I now understand, my lady. I will try to do my best to do that. You better do, my dear captain, because if you fail me, you and your ship will never find work in Stavron. The next day, the captain said, to find the most precious thing in the world. Months passed. The town knew of the captain's quest. Wherever the lady went, she would hear the people guessing what is the most precious thing in the world. It must be a pearl as big as an egg, said one. No, it is a magnificent gown, said another. No, it is a marvelous statue, said another. The lady was quite delighted by the steer who was crossing in the town. And he said to himself, pretty soon you will all envy me when I have the most precious thing. Finally, the ship was sighted entering the dock, the harbor. Everyone rushed into the dock, with the lady dressed in her finest. And as the ship was docking, the captain said, my lady, I have brought what you had desired, the most precious thing in the world. What is it, my captain? The lady could hardly contain her excitement. You see, my lady, I went to visit many lands, many ports, and I've seen many wonderful things, but none could be called as the most precious thing in the world. Until I went into the city of Danzig, and there it was, the most precious thing in the world. And I laughed at myself. I should have known that it is the most precious thing in the world. What is it, my captain? Wheat, my lady, my ship is filled with wheat. Wheat, you say? And the lady heard the crowd murmuring and snickering. Did you say wheat? Yes, my lady. There's nothing more valuable and precious than wheat. Without our daily bread, what can you do with the most precious other things in the world? They are of no value. The lady stopped for a moment. And she continued to hear the crowds whispering and snickering. And this wheat My captain is all mine, is it not? For me to dispose it in any way I like? Yes, of course, my lady. Then, Captain, I want you to dump that wheat into the sea, every grain of it. The crowd gasped with horror and some with admiration of the lady. But my lady, the captain protested, there is not wheat to feed the city. If you don't like this wheat, at least give it to the poor and to the hungry, because one day, who knows, you might also be in need. The lady shrieked, I in need! And she plucked from her finger big ruby ring and held it up. This ring will return to my hand before I am ever in need. And she threw it out into the sea as far as she could. The captain was sad, and she had no choice. And so he ordered his men to cast off, and into the mouth of the harbor they dumped the wheat. The captain sailed away, never to return to the port of Stubborn. The next day, the lady decided to hold a great feast to show to her rival merchants that she still is the richest and the proudest of them all. So there was a great feast, and she spent a lot of money to have this feast. And a great fish was brought from the sea in honor of the celebration. And as the lady was about to carve at the fish, she saw something on the mouth of the fish. She took it. The crowd gasped. The lady turned pale. It was the ruby ring.
The ring.
Several weeks later, the fishermen discovered that the sun at the mouth of the harbor was living up, because the discarded wheat sprouted and grew and trapped the sun that used to endlessly flow out into the sea. The tall ships that used to bring trade into the city of Stubborn could no longer enter the harbor. The harbor was ruined, and with it the fortunes of the city. Many of the merchants lost everything, including the lady of Stubborn. Today, the city of Stubborn is known as a tourist landing, and the sandbar at the mouth of the harbor is known as the Lady's Cell, to remind everyone the folly and the pride of the Lady of Stubborn, who once called the most precious thing in the world. Good evening.